We're here today with Alison and Crawford Muir, who are parents of Laura, who just today has won an incredible silver medal in the 1500 metres at the Olympics. Congratulations, first of all. How do you feel? Has it sunk in?
Still a bit surreal, I think. Yeah, absolutely overjoyed for her. Absolutely. She's worked so hard.
And did you manage to watch it all? Were you sort of peeking through your fingers? Did you watch through the whole thing?
We watched the whole race. We were edging closer to the edge of our seats as the race progressed. And I think then we were in floods of tears, but it was lovely, really good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And I think she kind of made it easy on us as spectators. That last 100 metres could have been incredibly emotional to watch, but she made such a clear mark on the race that I think by that point we were all daring to hope. So she made it a little bit easier on you, maybe.
Yeah, so very good. Yeah.
Wonderful. And you'll have spoken to her by now, I'm sure. What did she say when she called you?
Oh, she was elated, absolutely elated. She says the medal's very heavy. And it was just so lovely seeing the relays getting medals straight after her too, and she was celebrating on the track with them, which was lovely to see.
Fantastic. And I'm sure over the years you've travelled around the world watching Laura compete, and obviously this time you're not able to be there. Has it been tough being so far away during sort of recent days, and particularly today?
Yes, it's very odd. It's not being with her, especially when we were in Rio. But that's all you can do with these current circumstances, really. But yeah, it was very strange not to be with her on the day. But I'm just glad it all worked out very well for her after all her years of hard work. So.
And you've obviously been supporting her on that journey all those years, and there as well for the frustrations, and she referred herself to the kind of near misses, and I'm sure the kind of raised expectations over the years as well. Has that been tough at times for Laura and for you?
Well, I think it's the nature of any sport, really. You've got a roller coaster ride. You have huge highs when they win or do well, and massive lows when they're out injured or they don't perform as much as they want to. But it's you just get there, and it's just amazing to see her today. Getting what she deserves, really.
Yeah.
Right, and I suppose you could say it takes a village to raise an Olympian. It takes clubs and coaches and supporters, and you will have been at the heart of that, I'm sure, probably driving her in the sleet and the snow to district cross countries and all sorts of things like that when she was much younger. And was she even at that stage thinking in terms of, I want to be an Olympian, or was it much more of a hobby then?
No, it's when she was younger, it was more a hobby. We just encouraged both Laura and Rory just to be active in sports, whatever sports it was. And initially, it was just more of a hobby sport. And it really came to fruition more when she went to university and then came under the wings of Andy Young, her coach. So we have to say a huge thank you to there's so many coaches, especially in Scotland, they give all their time and a lot of effort, and a lot of the clubs, and it's on the backs of these people that really a lot of people aspire to get to the level where Laura's got to, and without them it would be a real struggle. So it's great to have coaches that give their time for the athletes. And it's purely through the love of sport. It's great to see.
That's great to hear, and I'm guessing, I mean, Laura is obviously not only very talented but also very, very focused. Was that always the case? I mean, she's managed to not only get this Olympic medal, she's also qualified as a vet whilst doing it. And I think, is it fair to say those two interests have always been things that she's had a real passion for and a real focus on?
I think for being a vet, she'd always loved animals. And from having a pet rabbit through to rats, which I wasn't that keen on right at the start with, but they were very nice. Pet dog and a guinea pig, and she looked after friends, pets when they're on holiday and all that sort of thing. So no, she absolutely wanted to be a vet first and foremost. And as Crawford says, when she went to university, the opportunity of coaching with Andy, and she just started to blossom really as an athlete.
And is it true, I think we'd heard that the rats that you mentioned there, she actually bought with her winnings from a hill race. Is that right?
It was, now if I'm right in saying, it was the Perth Highland Games.
Yep.
I think she had just moved up into the senior level, which is when you're 16. And I think they didn't know quite how she would do, and she got a really good mark and she won the race and had a nice little prize money at the end, and she went away and bought a bigger cage for them.
Fantastic. Well, obviously those two interests hand in hand for quite some time then. And we've spoken a little bit about the fact that she's so far away. How will you celebrate when she comes home?
Oh, we've not got to that stage yet. As far as we know, she's maybe coming back on Sunday. I think they have to be away from the athletes' village in Tokyo, 48 hours after they compete. So we're hoping to catch up just when she gets back, and we'll maybe plan something then, but we'll see when she gets back.
Wonderful. Well, it's great to speak to you, and congratulations. You earn a share of the plaudits, I'm sure, for all the support you've given her over the years. So it's lovely to speak to you.
Yes, you too. Thanks very much.